Welcome to our customers, partners, ethical hackers, employees, and communities worldwide. It's an exciting day here at HackerOne because we are launching Attack Resistance Management. My name is Martin Mikkos. I'm the CEO of HackerOne. We're speaking with you today about making our digital world more secure by increasing your resistance to attack. We all share a collective interest in making the digital world more secure. It's a vital goal because 69% of organizations have already experienced an attempted cyber attack. HackerOne knows what the world needs to do. We increase your attack resistance with the help of the best hackers and security researchers the world has to offer. With a decade-long track record of reducing the risk of breach and listening carefully to what our customers need from us, we've leveled up how we make our world more secure through a concept called Attack Resistance Management. This model includes bug bounties, vulnerability disclosure programs, pen tests, and new innovative software and services. The result is higher resistance to cyber attack. Every reputable business executive and security leader is painfully aware of the ever-growing cyber risks facing all organizations. We know there is significant risk. What's more difficult to know is what digital assets you actually have deployed, how exposed those assets are, how to best test and validate them, and what you can do to increase your resistance to attack. The gap is the difference between the software you actually test and secure and the software that's neither tested nor secured. This difference is a gap in your security posture. And HackerOne's job is to reduce this gap for and with you. Through business transformations, digital transformations, cloud migrations, acquisitions, and new software development, digital assets are constantly added to your attack surface. These changes increase your attack resistance gap. And as you try to reduce the gap, traditional testing finds the most obvious vulnerabilities perhaps, but not the most elusive ones. And testing is typically not continuous but sporadic, adding to the gap. The security products intended to keep you out of harm's way in production may actually not keep up with the evolving threat landscape and may not even function well in the modern environments you deploy your software to. Your security team is struggling to keep up. They are often short of staff, systems, and resources. The result is that the attack resistance gap keeps growing and growing, increasing your risk of compromise. There's a lot of production software you are not aware of, a lot that you are not capable of testing, and a lot that you are not testing continuously. A gap. A study shows that 69% of all organizations in the United States have experienced some cyber attack through the exploit of an unknown, unmanaged, or poorly managed internet-facing digital asset. We saw the SolarWinds breach, which started with a vulnerability in a routine software update, and the Log4j incident, which started with a software flaw that allowed remote code execution across a vast number of systems. To get more insight, HackerOne conducted a study to understand the magnitude of the problem. We found most organizations do not test or evaluate their attack surfaces often enough. Only 1 in 3 services and applications are tested or assessed more than once a year. For large enterprises, it is worse. A third said that 25% of their attack surfaces were not tested for security at all. That's a big gap in attack resistance. The good news is we know what to do. We help you map your digital attack surface, test the most critical assets, and make improvements exactly where called for. And we call it Attack Resistance Management. It reduces your cyber risk. Since 2012, HackerOne has made companies more resistant to cyber attacks. In these 10 years, despite rampant cybercrime, our customers have largely avoided breaches and compromises. How is it possible? Under the watchful eyes of ethical hackers, our customers have been alerted to their most significant weaknesses and allowed to fix them well before adversaries would get to exploit them. The model works well, focusing remediation on the most critical vulnerabilities. Everybody should be doing it. By combining the most advanced external security testing with a powerful software platform and elaborate customer services, we have created a solution that can be applied across all your digital assets to increase your resistance to cyber attack. The solution is here. Attack resistance management gives you peace of mind. And it fits into your existing security systems, procedures, and priorities. Now, let's turn it over to Alex Rice, our co-founder and Chief Technology Officer, to explain more.
Thank you, Martin, and welcome everybody. Every day my team collaborates with customer teams from dev and ops and IT and security. Let's talk about how these teams influence the creation of attack resistance management. First up, dev teams. It should surprise none of us that software is still eating the world. That relentless drive for digital innovation and transformation means shipping faster than ever. More apps, more features, more complexity, and more vulnerabilities too. Then we have the ops teams. They've been handed the monumental task of creating, managing, and monitoring new technology across a dizzying array of cloud primitives. Should we really be surprised by an explosion of misconfigurations and fresh blind spots? And don't forget to pour one out for IT teams everywhere. They're inheriting more vulnerabilities than ever before. In 2021, there were 300% more CVEs than just 5 short years ago. And lastly, the security team. If they're lucky, they're only outnumbered 100 to 1 by developers. Keeping up with the explosive growth of new code, new architectures, new technologies across an expanding digital organization is just an overwhelming task. Of course, it doesn't stop with your teams. In an increasingly connected world, every entity in your supply chain multiplies these challenges exponentially. All of this combines to perpetually degrade your resiliency to attack. But there's good news. Attack resistance management is here to help. It will help your organization keep pace with changing security environments, with testing to match the pace and scale of the most rapidly expanding digital environments. Find risks that scanners, automation, and artificial intelligence miss. The singularity may be coming someday, but it's not here yet. It'll help you complement your scanners with the incredibly diverse perspective of the hacker community and sharpen your security team's capabilities. Enhance outdated training with a continuous stream of real-world training exercises tailored to your unique attack surface. Put your defenders to the test on a daily basis and watch them thrive. Our approach is designed to create a security flywheel effect, driving the continuous improvement so essential to our ability to resist attack. You gain a better understanding of your attack surface, target smarter tests, get diverse feedback, and begin again tomorrow with a team just a bit stronger than yesterday. It's a virtuous cycle that reduces your risks and strengthens your team. Now let's turn it over to Chris Evans to share his insights from his unique role as HackerOne's Chief Hacking Officer and CISO as he sees the magic in the middle between hackers and customers.
Thank you, Alex. As a CISO, I know firsthand that being resistant to attack is difficult. Security teams are stretched thin. There's often a skills gap. Attack surfaces are growing in unexpected ways, and online threats are on the rise. To compound this, automated tools aren't keeping up with the attackers. So, how resistant to attack is your organization? Perhaps you've taken a guess, and maybe you've even presented that to your board. Thankfully, you don't have to guess. There's a large community of ethical hackers out there ready to partner with you to increase your attack resistance. The magic occurs with the relationship between our customers and hackers who thwart potential incidents and keep organizations secure. Down to brass tacks. So far, hackers have found 294,000 confirmed vulnerabilities in HackerOne's customers. 294,000! That's a staggering number. Within that batch of vulnerabilities are breaches that didn't happen, stock prices that didn't take a hit, and user data that remained safe. How are these results possible? HackerOne's community consists of over 1 million registered hackers. In our hacker report, we've explored who these hackers are. We've moved past the stereotype of a hoodie-wearing figure in a dark basement. I'm a hacker myself, in case you were wondering. Over a third of the community holds a degree or higher in computer science. Many hackers have full-time security or engineering jobs with tech giants or Fortune 500 companies. Hacking is often a part-time passion to hone and demonstrate skills and experience. In fact, personal development, not bounties, is the single top motivation, and the top hackers are so accomplished that they can become HackerOne pen testers. We know these are the best pen testers in the world because they've proven it. Within this community, there is incredible diversity. There is diversity of experience. Whatever technologies your company might use, the hacker community has experts in it. There's diversity of thought. Even companies with strong security teams are regularly surprised by hackers who bring creative vulnerabilities or combinations of vulnerabilities. And I've experienced this myself. There is diversity of coverage. Hackers will find software on your attack surface that you didn't know you had. And I've experienced this myself too. And who's partnering with hackers? Everyone. We're talking marquee brands in every industry, government and Fortune 500 companies. Anyone who wants to reduce the risk of having a presence on the internet. If the Department of Defense works with hackers, we think you should too. One of our fastest growing verticals is the financial services sector. Yes, banks. They've calculated the benefits. If banks engage ethical hackers, you know it's a best practice. We've got reams of data showing how effective hackers are for our customers, but my favorite data relates to speed. Hackers can keep you up to speed with rapidly evolving internet threats. The recent Log4Shell vulnerability demonstrated this. When the news broke, HackerOne customers collectively started receiving thousands of vulnerability reports. In fact, we made sure they did. When a broad incident occurs, being connected to the HackerOne platform is a safety net. Our platform adapted in real time to identify the hackers with demonstrated Log4Shell expertise. We then ensured all of our customers had access to these hackers. Our customers were able to get on top of Log4Shell faster, driving down the chance of an expensive breach. In the general case, our data also shows that our customers get faster at vulnerability management. Across our platform, the median time to vulnerability resolution is dropping. We continue to invest in features that make vulnerability tracking easier and report quality higher. Now, let's turn it back to Martin for his closing remarks.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you. We appreciate your joining us for our launch. Attack resistance management is not optional. It's critical for your organization's ability to avoid costly security incidents that grind business transformations to a halt. We look forward to partnering with you to achieve our collective goal of making our digital world more secure.